friends, welcome back to the channel, your one-stop guide to cracking UGC NET Paper 1 with confidence and a bit of fun. In today's video, we're giving your brain a quick but powerful boost with a rapid revision of all the must-know formulas from Unit 5, Mathematical Reasoning. Now friends, let's be honest, the UGC NET exam has never skipped questions from this unit. In fact, it is almost guaranteed that questions from mathematical reasoning will appear in your paper. So if you are serious about cracking NET or JRF, this unit is non-negotiable. Whether you're someone who believes math is magic or someone who silently panics at the sight of equations, don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll be tackling math questions with 100 times more confidence. So grab your notebook, stay with me till the end, and I promise, maths will not just be doable but actually fun. But before that, sit back and relax. We have created a special PDF that summarizes this video and provides you exam-ready notes. Just drop a message on the WhatsApp number on your screen or click the WhatsApp link in the description box and we'll send the handy PDF right to you. Today, we're going to revise formulas from fractions, ratios and proportions, speed, distance and time, percentages, profit and loss, discounts, simple interest and compound interest, age and averages. And I'll also be giving you some fun shortcuts, memory tricks and exam-specific hacks. So let's go. Firstly, let's begin with fractions. Alright friends, picture this. You're at a party, there's a giant pizza. You and your 3 friends are super hungry. So the pizza is cut into 4 equal slices. Now, you grabbed one slice before anyone else could even blink. Congratulations! You now have 1/4 of the pizza. Here, 1 is your numerator. It tells you how many parts of the whole you have. And 4 is the denominator. It tells the number of equal parts that make up the whole. A fraction simply means how many parts out of how many total. Now, there are 3 types of fractions you must know. Proper fractions are those where the numerator is less than the denominator, such as 2/5. Improper fractions have the numerator greater than the denominator, like 7/4. And finally, mixed fractions combine a whole number and a proper fraction like 2.5. Now for operations on fractions. For addition and subtraction, you must take the LCM or the least common multiple of the denominators, convert the fractions, then add or subtract the numerators. This is what it would look like. For multiplication, multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. And that's it. It would look like this. Division is the fun one. Just remember the trick. Keep, change, flip. You keep the first fraction, change the division to multiplication and flip the second fraction. Flipping the numerator and the denominator of a fraction is known as reciprocal of that fraction. This is what it would look like. Just remember, keep, change, flip. This is a very important topic for your UGC NET exam as questions keep appearing directly or indirectly from it year after year. So make sure your concepts in this topic are 100% clear. Friends, you can find this topic explained in detail in my Amazon bestseller, a book in which we have explained complex topics of UGC NET Paper 1 using real-life examples, images and diagrams. In fact, our courseware on UGC NET Paper 1 book is India's only UGC NET book that comes with 100 plus video lectures and 4,000 plus unit-wise solved PYQs. Next, we come to ratios and proportions. Let's look at some formulas and tricks. If 2 ratios, A is to B and C is to D, are in proportion, which means that they both simplify into the same values, then a into D is equal to B into C. A trick to remember this is product of means equals product of extremes. Here the means are B and C and the extremes would be A and D. This trick is especially helpful when you deal with questions that ask you to find the missing 4th proportional or any of the missing terms in a proportion. Let's say you are presented with a question like this. Given A is to B is 2 is to 3 and B is to C is 4 is to 5. Find out A is to B is to C. In order to solve this, you simply have to take the LCM of B in order to equalize its two values. So we take the LCM of 3A and 4, which gives us 12. So now we adjust the values accordingly and get A is to B is C is 8 is to 12 is to 15. Here's another trick for you. Let's say you get a question where you are given a ratio as a is to b equals 2 is to 3, and you have to find the value of an equation like this. Now, instead of getting confused or trying to create equations, just assume simple values based on the ratio. Since a is to b equals 2 is to 3, take a as 2 and b as 3 and plug them in. And now you have solved it in just a few seconds. Ratios and proportions is a super important topic for your UGC NET exam, not just because you'll get direct questions from it, but also because it sneaks into other areas too. You'll often need these concepts while solving questions on mixtures and allegations, weighted distributions, or income and expenditure distribution. These types show up frequently, so make sure you practice them well to avoid losing easy marks. For more such informative videos wherein we explain most important topics of UGC NET Paper 1 in less than 15 minutes, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. And don't forget to check out our playlist section where we've organized unit-wise playlists for UGC NET Paper 1. This way, you can find all the video lectures for each unit together, making your preparation so much easier. Moving on, let's discuss speed, distance, and time. The golden trio of formulas is speed equals distance divided by time, time equals distance divided by speed, and distance equals speed multiplied by time. When solving these types of questions, always double check your units. Make sure everything is in the same format, either kilometers per hour or meters per second. Here's a quick conversion trick to help you out. To convert from kilometers per hour to meters per second, multiply by 5 by 18. To convert from meters per second to kilometers per hour, multiply by 18 by 5. Worried you'll mix them up? Don't stress. I've got a simple line for you. Meters are more, so 18 goes on top when converting to meters. That means when you're going from kilometers per hour to meters per second, you're going towards meters, so use 5 by 18. And when going from meters per second to kilometers per hour, flip it to 18 by 5. Next, we come to one of the most frequently asked concepts, average speed. If a person travels the same distance at two different speeds, x and y, then average speed is 2 get y divided by x plus y. There are many different ways these formulas are tested in the UGC NET exam. So, don't just memorize them. Make sure you go through previous year questions to understand the patterns and variations in how these questions are asked. That's the real key to mastering them. Friends, if you are looking for PYQs on this topic, you can refer to the unit and questions in my UGC NET Paper 1 book that provides you 4,000 plus solved unit-wise questions with detailed solutions and hints. But hey, what if you're looking for an online mock test that can help you practice questions in online exam format? If that's what you need, join our newly updated online mock test series on the Arpita Karwa learning app. These tests perfectly replicate the UGC NET exam interface and give you a detailed performance report along with your rank in the All India leaderboard. It's a great way to identify your strengths and weaknesses and level up your preparation. Now, let's move on to percentages, a concept that's not just important for your UGC NET exam but also super useful in everyday life. From calculating discounts while shopping to interpreting data in questions, percentages are everywhere. So, let's master them once and for all. The basic formula is straightforward. Percentage equals part divided by whole multiplied by 100. For increase or decrease scenarios, just multiply the original value by 1 plus or minus x over 100, depending on whether it's an increase or a decrease. Simple, right? Let's now tackle profit, loss, and discount. Profit is selling price minus cost price. Loss is the opposite. To find profit or loss percentage, divide by cost price and multiply by 100. Friends, always remember profit and loss and their percentages are always calculated on the cost price or CP. Now let's talk discounts. You see 40% off on Myntra. But what does it mean mathematically? Discount equals marked price minus selling price. To calculate discount percent, divide the discount by marked price and multiply by 100. Now here's a trick. Remember, if two discounts A and B are given successively, like when a shopkeeper first gives a 20% discount and then an additional 10%, the net discount is not simply 30% as many assume. Instead, it is calculated by the formula a plus B minus AB over 100. So the net discount here would be 28% net discount, slightly less than it appears. Isn't that both interesting and super helpful? Once you understand this logic, solving questions on these topics becomes a total breeze. Next up is interest, both simple and compound. Simple interest is calculated using the formula principal into rate into time divided by 100. Compound interest is a bit more complex. P times 1 plus R by 100 raised to the power T minus 1. Now, if compounded half yearly, just use R over 2 and 2T instead. And here's a quick shortcut for calculating compound interest for 2 years only. Another trick is to remember that the difference between CI and SI for 2 years is simply P times R squared over 100 squared. Questions that can be solved using these tricks are quite common in the UGC NET exam. For example, look at the question on the screen. Using these tricks will not only give you an accurate answer, but also save you some precious minutes during the exam. So make sure you lock it all in your memory. Now we come to age problems. Friends, the golden rule for age-related questions is simple. Always assume the present age as X and then build your equation based on the information given. Let's look at this previous year question. It cleverly uses the concept of ratios within an age problem. This is exactly the kind of question pattern UGC NET loves, where it tests multiple concepts together to see how well you can apply them. Remember, always convert the word problems into algebra for easy solving. Finally, let's discuss averages. The formula is simple. Sum of all values divided by the number of values. If a new value is added or removed, the new average is the updated total divided by the updated count. Now let's talk about a common average trick that saves loads of time. When the average increases by X when a new value is added, there's a direct formula to find that new value. This is the formula. Look at this previous year question from the UGC NET exam. Using this formula will quickly give you the correct answer, which is 100 kilograms. By the way, who doesn't love free stuff? If you want even more past year questions on this topic without spending a penny, head over to our website. Under the past year paper tab, you'll find all the PYQs from 2012 onwards. Ours is the only website that offers 150 plus official UGC NET paper, one question papers with authentic answer keys for absolutely free. So go ahead and grab those free resources while you can. So friends, that was your rapid revision of the key math formulas for UGC NET Paper 1. Just remember, math isn't just about memory, it's about practice and presence of mind. You don't need to be a genius, just consistent and strategic. Many of my students tell me, but ma'am, my maths is weak. And I always say, your maths is not weak, you just have practiced enough. Think of it like a muscle. The more you train, the stronger it gets. Even if you've struggled with numbers in the past, this is your chance to rewrite that story. Start with small wins. Practice only a few formula a day. Solve 5 PYQs a day. And gradually you'll go from I'm scared of maths to bring it on. Believe me, these are the most scoreable marks in your entire paper one. So don't leave them on the table. Keep revising, keep pushing, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. Because the only thing standing between you and your UGC NET dream is consistent effort. And you're already on your way. That's it from my side for this video lecture. We'll meet very soon in the next video lecture. Till the time we meet next, happy learning, keep loving literature, and stay tuned to my channel.